Good morning from beautiful Banff on a spectacular morning, but a chilly, chilly day. And it's chilly because of the wind chill again. So we have our winter carnival on here. I was scheduled to do a private virtual tour this morning with somewhere, a care home, and they're having trouble getting online. So I'm down here, I have the gimbal. So I thought, heck, why don't I come and just do a little video with everyone? Because it's just so gorgeous, I don't want to miss it. So I'm on Bear Street, and you can see that you can't go any further because there's a special event. Well, the special event, of course, the snow sculptures. But let's just start, though, with this view behind me. There is magnificent Cascade Mountain. And ready for this, everyone? I really want you to see this. Hi. There, look at the alpenglow. So I was meant to start. So it's not officially sunrise yet because no light is at the top. Well, maybe it's just happening now. But it's such a beautiful time of the morning. Hi, everyone. Yeah, let anyone know that we're on live here. I'll have to put up a description, everything after, but it's just so perfect out right now. And like I say, I was contracted to do this virtual tour this morning, but they couldn't get it on. It is windy out here, but now I don't want to switch the screen too much because I will freeze my fingers off, but I'm going to do this right now. Ready for this, everyone? There we go. Look at that. Hello, good morning. So this is the Peregrine Falcon, speed and precision. So hello, thanks for joining on. Thanks for signing on. There you go. So just a wonderful sculpture. Of course, I was down here yesterday because there was First Nations dancing. Hi, everyone. And that was, I'll show you other sculptures, of course, but that was just over here. Look, so there's the top of Rundle Mountain, and there's our morning alpenglow. It couldn't be more beautiful. I was so excited to come out and do this tour, but I rode my bicycle down here this morning, and it was cold. In fact, hi there. Nice to see people that I haven't seen for ages. Yes, I'm just home 2 days ago from Mexico. It took me 2 days to get home because of all the storms in Toronto. See, snowdays 26. Have a look at this. Check out the wolves racing, or the wolf races. So that, I mean, you just frame that with Cascade Mountain in the back. So yes, just about 3 days ago, I was actually on a beach. Can you imagine? In Huatulco in about 30 degrees Celsius. And now the wind chill's minus 23. It is beautiful. Now this, maybe if I have a favorite sculpture this year, it's the Wolverine, small but mighty. Now it's extremely well done, but the reason I say that is because I've never seen a Wolverine in the wild. So, yep, these folks, I've met these people before, Dawn and Brian from Red Deer. Yep. There is voting for your favorite snow sculpture, but it's important to say that it's not a competition per se, it's art, right? Which is just lovely. Listen, I'm going to keep going. This is Bear Street, but I want to keep going and take you up to Centennial Park. You might have seen that we had the ski joring recently. I missed it this year. That's where they put snow down on Banff Avenue. Hello. They put the snow down on Banff Avenue, and horses pull people along on their skis and they jump. You kind of want to do it. Do you know, I was going to go out skiing today, and then I just left the car and took the bike. Oh, great question. Thank you for asking. Oh, look at this. I'm not a huge fan of cycling with dogs. It's not fair to the dog if the dog gets distracted. So, no, it is a little plan B, exactly right. So, well, the point is I'll still get to invoice for the other one because it's contract. But no, Wolverines are not vicious. It is a thing that is said. And I just love it. I have to show you both ways, everyone. I know I'm home when you get a sky like that. Isn't it gorgeous? And it was so lovely to see the Indigenous dancing. I will answer the question. I'm just enjoying the light here, but it was so nice. Actually, I'll go this way. To have the Indigenous dancing yesterday. So I hung out there for as long as I could. Hi there. So we need to talk about a bunch of things. So Wolverines, they have this reputation for being vicious. Big teeth. They're kind of bad. Pine martens are part of the same family, and I have put up videos before of pine martens. But Wolverines, I think everyone says that. Nobody knows it. They're animals that are extremely reclusive. They live up along the snow line. And I mean, people who have spent the time to photograph them have had to spend weeks out in the cold. So from that point of view, I think it's just one of those things that people say. And I know when I bring up the idea of wolverines, people always say that. So the wolf strength unit, this one's still being worked on. So I'm going to have to watch this one the next few days. Well, I just think they're more inclined to run away, is the honest truth, right? Given that they are so cagey as animals. Oh, goodness me, it's a lovely morning. See, now I put on tallow and then I put on like Vaseline for the skin. And I'm quite tan. I look a little red on the screen, but it's actually that I'm quite tan because I was running around in a bathing suit for a couple of days. Although I was mostly up in the mountains, of course, in Mexico, but just in Huatulco for basically 2 days. But so we had that one whole street of snow sculptures, and there's a bunch more up here. So we'll go have a look at them. So I saw from Switzerland, of course, the Olympics are coming up very soon. We get extremely excited about Olympics here because over in Canmore, the town that I really grew up in 20 minutes away, that is where much of the Canadian Olympic team trains. And then in Calgary, if I went to Calgary, I maybe should. If I went to get some male skin, well, no, I put on tallow first. But if I went to Calgary, which is considered the best ice in the world, you'd have all the teams from most of around the world training for the speed skating. So that's pretty exciting. So, and of course the biathlon and everything is all, have a look behind me, is all training over in Canmore. So I have to keep changing hands holding the gimbal because even though these gloves are pretty good, it's just cold enough and windy enough that it goes right through. So we're going to head up to Centennial Park. So the Olympics are going to be so exciting. I will also be in March. So after the Olympics are over, I was almost tempted to fly over to Italy. But you know what? We take it so seriously here, we can watch everything. And then I will be over in France in March. And I will be in Switzerland, actually. Any mountain lion, not that I know, but remember, I've been away for just over 2 weeks. So I haven't seen one for a while. Hey, bonjour, bienvenue. J'ai envie de faire un tour en français ici aussi. But let's go up and see the other sculptures now. I wish I had started videoing even earlier this morning because it was just so gorgeous. So what I'll do is I'll just come up to the corner. I have to take my glove off always to switch the screen around. So that's why you're staring at me a bit more. But Mount Bourgeot, it's just, I want to show you in every direction. Almost, come on. There. So, look up towards Mount Rundle here. So the alpenglow only lasts for really that, oops, I'm going to wait till this car stops. You saw them skidding. What happened is while I was away, it actually got above freezing for a few days. And then it dropped down, but that causes it to melt. And you get this ice all over the place. So, I will be coming to, look, these guys they should not have those tires. Like that is just not good tires. Yeah, I'll be in Zurich and Liechtenstein and Lugano and Bern. So it'll be very nice to get back to the Alps. I was in Lugano last year. Now look at this otter. Ermine, excuse me, it's not an otter, it's an ermine. I do see ermines. I see them up on the ski hill quite often. And in the winter, they have white fur. So look at you, you gorgeous animal. You see, I just rode my bike down yesterday to have a look. Now these guys have set off their car alarm. So this is Suzanne Russler and David Audicharme. Yeah, I know. See, Rotterdam, Netherlands, and British Columbia. I've met these people. This is just lovely, beautiful. I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it? And it is so gorgeous. It's just, you have to be very careful walking everywhere. They do a good job with the paths, but when we get, and this is the climate change stuff we're living through, when it gets above freezing for a couple of days, because we've had so much snow this year, and then it melts a little bit and it creates ice. Oh, sunrise, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Some sun just touching the top of the mountain. I like it curvy too. Now, come have a look. Let's see. So yeah, the snow days were so successful, or the ski Jordan, that they actually had to close entrance to town because there was literally nowhere for cars to go. I mean, it's going to be a conversation. All right, practice run. Now this is cool. Oh, someone else. I know these. I know all these people. Actually, I've met all these sculptors. But yeah, from BC. But of course, this is a good one for this year. There's a snowboarder because the Olympics are coming. Yeah, it is very cool. And up behind the snowboarders, actually Mount Norquay, which is celebrating 100 years of skiing here in the national park. And the light is just hitting the top of it. And in the distance, you're seeing Mount Brewster. But when I talk about the ice on the roads, let me just show you. See? Like literally, that's how slippery it is. Oh, and these are fun too. I love this. These are the kids from school. And these are the student carvings. So that's pretty fun. Yeah. I mean, it is a magnificent art. And yeah, so like I say, I was going to go skiing at Lake Louise. Yeah, it is. That's right. It's they all come from Harry Potter. Although I'm personally not much of a fan of the lady who wrote all that, so that's another conversation, I suppose. But coming over here, good for you, Don and Brian. This is the industrious beaver, an environmental superhero. And everyone agrees because what they do is they reset the ecosystem like they did in Yellowstone because of the wolves, really. And they help prevent forest fires. Look at this wonderful, look at you. You are just, now I have to admit, the air coming across the bridge is cold, cold, cold. It's coming out of the west. So I am home all week. I think I'm definitely going skiing tomorrow or the next day. Like I said, I was going to go today, but it was just yesterday. It never warmed up because the wind stayed so strong. I did spend a bunch of time chipping ice, but I didn't have time to get in this morning. And now I'm probably going to be a little too cold. I'll bike home. But they had lots of fun little events here on the weekend. That's great. But let me take you out on the bridge for a minute, everyone, because we sort of have to do it. Yes, they were reintroduced in the UK. I think it was up in Scotland, wasn't it? And I know it's quite controversial. They're way down in Ushuaia, in Tierra del Fuego in Argentina. The thing about beavers is, of course, they are just so industrious. They're so hardworking. There's someone carrying their snowboard over to take the shuttle. But if you get them into hardwood forests, that's where it can be a problem because they just never stop chewing. And so, that's an important trade-off. We have softwood lumber here, and the downs are good. So you'll see animal footprints all over. In England too. Oh, right. Yeah, no, but I do know it can be controversial because they do dam water. But here in the parks, it's great to see it. It is said that the Canadian prairies, of course, which is a vast territory, is one of the most altered landscapes in the world because for 200 years of fur trade, the beaver was sort of the base currency, which wasn't much fun for the beavers. Now, as their populations recover, feel free to Google Wood Buffalo National Park up in the north of Alberta, and that's where the largest beaver dam in the world is. Now, in the distance out there, you have the Fairholme Range and then the Palliser Range. There's one peak, I don't know how well it's showing up, but that's Mount Almer. That is actually the highest mountain you see from Banff, even though people think it's Cascade. And then over to the Buffalo Luxton Museum. Norman Luxton came out here and actually reached out to First Nations communities, which is really nice because a lot of people didn't. Look at Mount Rundle up there. But I'm not going to keep walking this way. I'd love to show you a herd of elk, but I'm not going to keep walking in that direction too much just because the wind is catching my face and I'm being a little wimpy. Let's see here. Let's turn this around for a minute. So not too cold. I mean, say it's meant to be warming up to, I think, -6 today, which -6 is fine. That would actually be seasonal normal. It's just that it's quite windy and the wind whips across the ice. It's cold. It's just, the wind chill. In the east now, I'd like to do a shout out to all my friends in Ontario and Quebec, where parts of Toronto had 40 centimeters of snow. That was the Nancy Paw Bridge, by the way, which is our newest one. -6 is the high today. That's Celsius, of course. Um, and right now, say it was -13 when I was hopping on the bike. But say the wind chill's -23. And whenever you see the flags moving, gives you a sense about the wind. We'll just come back and see this fabulous sculpture of the beaver there. It's just so good. Oh, you know, I I go out on my bike at -20. I get in the ice. I think my coldest day was -28 going in the ice for a plunge. Then I go warm up. I actually am going to have a bit of a computer day. The tail, look at the detail of it. Ah, you know, that's our national rodent, but they are just such fabulous creatures. Goodness me. So it's still beautiful. I have my headphones under my toque, so you can't really hear, but there's actually a big train coming through at the moment. Yes, I guess it's going to be 7 full sculptures this year. And yeah, then next time I get out to the lake, the ice will be out. The ice sculptures will be out at Lake Louise as well. And I do want to take my skates out there. Sorry, I have to keep looking down because the ground is so uneven. And I'm just wearing regular shoes, but thick socks. Look at the snowboarder. And it's just so well done. Thank you. Thank you. Hong Kong dollars. Thank you very much. It's a really fun thing to receive. It's I love Hong Kong. Do you know, actually, I was in Hong Kong for a day in November when my flight was canceled. And I always regret not staying longer because it's so much fun. But I was at the gym. I caught up with a guy I know who's lived here 35 years, but originally from Hong Kong. And we were talking about how good the food is in Hong Kong. But, he raised his family here. It's pretty neat. Let's go back and see our ermine one more time. Let's have a little peek here. Hi there. I've actually had some inquiries from Hong Kong and Malaysia about coming for Northern Lights tours. It's just been very hard to secure hotel rooms this year. So I might have to put that off, maybe even later in the year. There you go. Look at lovely ermine. Beautiful to see. Now, if you really live out in the cold and you really plan ahead, you know what to do is, you bring a cup of tea. So I just need one little sip because it's so cold. Oops, almost pulled the lid off. So that's a giveaway. When I have one of these super, yeah, now it's good old tea. I actually cracked open some of my tea from South America this morning, coca tea. There we are. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I think the battery is starting to give me a warning now because it's so cold out here. So thanks for coming for this morning walk. Please do me a favor and share this on your own social media. And brings cold, who are you? That's fun. But I'm also starting a cold day competition on our To Me Travel Facebook page. Now, Facebook suggested I do it. I just thought, okay, I'll give it a go. See what that's like. Take the glove off and the hand gets cold. Well, my pleasure. Thank you for your support. Hasta pronto. Gracias. No veo mucho por el frío. I'm not seeing the comments that well just because it's so cold. But thank you. And any contribution anyone makes is much appreciated. And please do. Thank you, everyone. It's so nice to connect. Nice to see so many familiar faces and new faces. So went to Yellowstone to see the lights. That's cool. You're high up there, so you have clear. I'd see the Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories is the very best because it has the least amount of cloud cover. So, I'm happy to do that. Take care, everyone. All the best. Bye-bye. Oops, almost bye-bye. Here, finish off with an ermine.